Perplexity just released something called Perplexity Computer, and this is not a chatbot update. This is a completely different level. Here's the simplest way I can explain it. You know how a regular AI answers your questions? Perplexity Computer doesn't just answer, it actually does work in the background. You describe what you want done, walk away, and come back to finished results. And it doesn't just use one AI to do it. It orchestrates the best AI in the world for each specific part of the job. If you need deep research, Gemini handles it. If you need video, well, that's there. If you need speed, you got Grok. You need long documents, ChatGPT. All of them working together automatically on your single request, and it can run for hours or days or months. You can even schedule tasks in, and you can tell it, for example, to build 3 landing pages. Get it built, right? Tell it to give you a daily AI news brief every morning. It shows up. Tell it to track your competitors. Done automatically. We are testing this thing live, but I want to see how far we can push it, what it can actually build, how long it runs, and whether it lives up to the hype. Let's find out together. So this is the new update from Perplexity Computer, as you can see, and this is basically like a combination of different AI models used inside AI. Now, if we actually go over to Perplexity Computer over here, it's available on the max plan. So just to be very clear here, you do need the max plan to use this. But I will say the more I test it, the more interesting it becomes, and the more powerful I realize it is. When I first tested it, I was like, it's okay. But actually, it's really, really good so far. So you can connect it to different apps here. And I want to show you some of the example tasks I've actually built with this. So for example here, and literally all I do is I just give it a prompt, and then I go off, walk away, close the tab, and it's working off in the background like an autonomous AI agent. So for example here, I said, create a beautiful dopamine-inducing website that's fun and amazing for this. Then I inserted the information about the AI Profit, AI automation community. As you can see, it went off, built it, I closed the tab, I didn't even think about it again. And then boom shakalaka, we have the website ready to go. And it actually looks really nice, as you can see right here. It's pretty nicely designed. We can go full screen on that bad boy if we want to. So it's pretty cool. And also we can export this. So we can download it as a HTML, and then we can upload that HTML to wherever we want. So if we wanted to deploy this on, say, Netlify or something like that, we've got it good to go. And the design is really nice. And it just did it all in the background for me automatically, which is really cool. It's very, very autonomous, to be honest. And it's great for building out projects. That is just one example, but you can see it's looking pretty nice so far. Let's take another one. So we actually built a snake game over here. We said, build a snake game that's super dopamine inducing. You know, the snake leaves rainbow trails, blah, blah, blah. And it created this game. Now, what I also like about this is when it generates the apps, it's basically deployed, and you can just come back to this thread later on with it ready to go. So you see here, it says deploying the snake game. And then if we click on this, we've got the game ready to go. We can download it, and we can also share this as well. So if you click this link, you can make it shareable. And then, for example, if we share this tab here, we've actually got the game deployed full screen, and people can access it just by using that shareable link. Right? It looks really cool. It's pretty interesting. And literally it was created in one single prompt. I was barely even trying to use this, but it's pretty fun, and it can deploy games and that sort of thing. So just to recap so far, we have built websites, we've built games. All of this worked first time round, which is pretty crazy as well. And if you go back to our task list here, you can see all your history of what's been created previously. So here is the snake game, as you can see, and then you can click through this and start playing it and whatever, right? Pretty nice. Now, if we go back here, we can also, for example, check out this app that I built. This is a Pomodoro timer app, as you can see. If we open this up, just to demonstrate to you that you can actually build apps and useful stuff with this as well. I actually use timers like pretty much all day when I'm creating tasks. So this is something useful to me. Along with the website that we built, these are real use cases for real stuff I would actually use this for. It's not just like theory. So if we click on this one, for example, it's built out the app, as you can see. If we click on play or start on this, you can see the timer running, and then you can switch between deep work at the top. You can reset it, start it, switch between shorter timers, etc. And it's pretty easy and simple to use too. If we have a look at this one, this is a habit tracker app. Really like the idea of this one. So you can track your habits with it. And you can see here that we've got this sort of nice confetti animation when we use the timer. You can add new habits here. As you can see, everything works perfectly. And that's the crazy thing about this, is like, I haven't seen any bugs, I haven't seen it break. And it seems to build each task within, like, I would say 15 to 20 minutes. So you can literally just go off, do something else, close the tab, forget about it, and then come back to it later, and it's ready to go. It's all shareable. You can export it, you can edit and change things if you want to. You can upload files, add files from the cloud, etc. And this is without even using the connectors, right? Bear in mind, it's got access to, for example, like Gmail, Google Drive, Box, Outlook, Notion, etc. And then you've got a list of all your files in the back end here as well. So these are all files that have been saved. So all the games and the websites and the apps that we built are all saved over here too. Two more things that I want to show you. So we actually built a cyber space invaders style game. So let's have a look at this. So you can see that working like this. This one, I will say, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. It feels a little bit laggy when you test it out, as you can see with the effects. But if you wanted to change it, you would just go inside here and say like, okay, it's a bit laggy when I use it. Can you fix that, right? And then you can just fix any bugs that you see along the way too. And then the final one that I was going to show you is a slideshow presentation. So you can do PowerPoint presentations like this. Prompt that we used for this was like an example one. So we actually copied an example one from the live example section here. Used it to create this PowerPoint presentation. It's all neatly designed. It's all looking good. It created all the content, the design, the images, everything else directly inside this PowerPoint, right? Pretty insane. So that's essentially how it works. You've got new tasks, files, connectors, live examples. So you can actually pull in and see what other people are building over here. And then if you want to just try this task yourself, you can click on start task. If you want to skip to the end to see what the end result of this example is, you can click on skip to the end here. But either way, it is really, really good so far. The first time I used it, I was not that impressed. The second time I used it, I realized, right, if you give it more time, then you give a prompt to it, and then you walk away, it seems to get a lot better, right? So I've actually got a full on this, as you can see right here inside the AI Profit Boardroom. But the point here is that with Perplexity Computer, you've basically got a multi-agent business framework, right? Now, if you're wondering, okay, how does this work? Why is it different? Well, Perplexity Computer, which was just launched a day or so ago, it was built by Perplexity AI, and it may be their most ambitious product to date, right? So here's a simple way to understand it. The old AI, you type a question, AI answers, you do the work, right? Get that standard in ChatGPT or Claude or something like that. The new AI, you describe the outcome you want, AI breaks it into steps, AI assigns those tasks to specialist models, AI does work, and you review the result. It's really about going from like just getting quick answers or a little bit of research to having something that can just go off and be very autonomous. Now, Michael says, how does Perplexity compare to OpenClaw? Is it still miles off, or is OpenClaw accelerating with its lead? The thing that I'm finding with OpenClaw, right, is that it breaks a lot. It's very, very buggy. Whereas you build something like this, and you can see that number one, you get your own cloud computer with Perplexity, so it's not running locally, it's running in the cloud.